Hi, everyone. I'm glad to see you here. I'll just give it a couple more minutes for everybody else to join in. But I'm super excited to be here with you. How's my audio?
I can hear you good.
Awesome. I've got my earbuds in. I'm like ready for everything. So in the chat, I put two things. One is the Directions Movement Series landing page, which I just completed like 10 minutes ago. And the other is a playlist that you can load up just to kind of have in the background from your own speakers. I fight all the time with audio, and it's just too important to have it come through the speakers and not be good. So those are the links, and I will give it a few more minutes and then we'll start. Um, just a couple notes for now. All right, let's begin. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I was so excited to teach with Yoga Expo Live. It really meant a lot to me. Zoom is not my first favorite way of teaching. I feel like I just lose so much of the connection that is so essential to intuitively creating these series, and I'm bummed. Of course, I want everyone to stay safe, and I really honor how Sandra and Ari have, shifted this so quickly and made this possible to be such an amazing opportunity to support folks that are suffering. So just really, really honor you guys for showing up, and I'm so grateful to be here. Like I said, there are um, in the chat group, there is a few links. The first one is just to the landing page, and the other one is to us to the Spotify playlist. So if you would like to have music for this class in the background, you can use that playlist. It's really lovely and it pairs pretty well. It was created for this. Um, it's a short little playlist, but it's just something in the background. I feel like that will really connect into this a little bit deeper. Um, I'm not going to have music playing because I feel like it just gets to be messy with, the transmission gets messy and it gets too hot on my side. So I'm going to just let that be how it is. Can you guys see me? I've moved back and forth to speaker. You can see me when I do speaker. Like this is all me because it's showing me somebody else. And I just want to make sure I'm not doing this whole class. Okay, thanks. Thanks so much, Alyssa. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'll switch over to this so you guys can have the full um, view. All right, so those two links are there. If you like music, it's there. Also, the landing page to the Six Directions movement series, more about how it kind of came together and just some background information. There's a pop up on that page that will offer you the Six Directions movement PDF that shows the directions. So it will give you that PDF so that you can kind of start to work with that. And it will give you more information. Also, when you add your email to that, it will save it for me in all the worlds of funnels and all of these things. It will save it for me. And so when this becomes available as a series, I will make sure that you see that. Right now, I'm about finished with putting those videos together. There are 8 of them that go through everything from the directions, from the medicine tools into connecting into the body with the movements, and then intuitive movement. There's a couple yoga stretches. There's one yoga series, and then there's one workout series. So let me give you a little bit of background about this Six Directions movement series and how it came to be. It's been absolutely a wild ride. And I should introduce myself. My name is Catherine Ziegler. I am the founder of KLZ Method. I work in corporate finance full time. I was teaching about 15 classes of yoga maybe 25 years ago, and I was telling my clients, I need something tangible. I need something that I might get a paper cut. I feel like I'm going to levitate off this planet if I teach any more yoga classes. I need something to bring me back to earth. And I didn't realize then, but what I think I was feeling was I was so in that intuitive energy of the feminine, which we love, that I was losing my masculine structure and connection, rootedness, in action. And so I had one client that said, "Oh, I know exactly what you need. You should come to the trading floor with me." And so I went to the Chicago Board of Trade trading floor and I started to teach. I'm sorry, I started to work down there as a clerk. And it was 200 men yelling and screaming over quarters of a cent. And I was completely activated in my masculine for the next 10 years. I worked all the way up to, and like eat what you can, eat what you kill kind of culture, and became a broker and ultimately headed a desk. And when I had my daughter, I came back into that feminine side of myself and took like a mommy role in this world, using my knowledge from that space and bringing it into advanced derivatives for hedging tools. So I work there now, and I have kind of over the time created this oscillation of masculine and feminine energy that I really, really need and require. And in having a daughter and then having a son, I really felt pulled to my purpose. What was I going to teach them? How was I going to show them how to live? Waking up at 4:30 and driving downtown to do a corporate job just didn't feel like what I wanted to teach them. And so I started to really pray and pray and pray and pray and pray and pray and pray. What is my purpose? What is my purpose? What is my purpose? I would meditate and put it out there, and then I would go into nature and really listen to when I got back. And I'm a personal trainer. I'm a yoga instructor. I'm a Kundalini instructor. I'm a psychedelic facilitator. I'm a Reiki master. Um, and initially it was personal training, personal training, personal training. And I was like, it's not personal training. That is not my purpose. Abs and, muscles, that is not it. And so I argued with my guides for about a year. And then finally, just, I'll just do it. Watch, you'll see you're wrong. You watch, you'll see how this is. And so I went into personal training and I just started to follow sort of the guides that I was receiving. And it wasn't that personal training was the thing, it was that was the first step. And in resisting it, I learned a very good lesson, and came further into how I connect to source. So I started to do personal training, and then the whole thing started to really weave together. And KLZ method is, this modality system. It's a systematized approach to coming back to being human first. I say in a world of growing technology, KLZ method brings us back to being human first. It's so important where we see algorithms and we see, all of these things that are pulling us away from our power. It's important to be able to connect to our human form. This is the most advanced technology on the planet. Some people get mad at me when I say that because it's like, oh, it's your body, it's not technology. But certainly there's so many systems running here, from our endocrine system to our digestive system to our nervous system. This is a technology. This is the most advanced technology. And when we really learn how to connect into this, we can start to really get clear on what truth is, what our purpose is, and how to connect to it. So all of these modalities, from strength to boxing to HIIT workouts to Kundalini and plant medicine, all were culminating. And then I was called to a vision quest with the Hopi. And my entire life, Hopi have been in my life, just in tiny little bits. I'm not First Nations, and I feel very, very divided from that as a white colonizer woman. I have had a very hard time of not wanting to appropriate any other culture out of respect for it, but also hearing these messages, specifically with this vision quest that I did. It was told to me that there was a Native American Hopi man named Rolling Waters that was in his vision guided that he would gift his medicine to a white woman. It was white people that have brought darkness to our planet. It will be white people that are able to help heal it. And so his vision has passed down into different generations and has created this lineage of non-Native American Hopi. And we practice the ways of the Hopi lineage. And I have learned so much from that. My vision quest was almost a year and a half ago. And in that vision quest, this Six Directions movement series came together. It started to just show up in my own movements as I was doing my workouts as a modality to really move through some of the heat that was coming as I stepped into that directional medicine. And it just started to form. And the next year and a half have been a lot of me struggling with how do I bring this to other people. On one hand, it's what we're being guided to is to continue to share and pass that through. And on the other hand is my disconnection from being a child of the earth and fear and not wanting to be in any kind of wrong relation. So that's where this movement series has come from. And I will pause here for any questions. Does anyone have anything to offer or share?
I just
Hi,
want
Ari.
and say thank you for doing this, Catherine and Heather. Thank you for everybody who's donated. As the co-owner of the Yoga Expo, I just wanted to pop in and just be so grateful for everything everybody's doing from our home. So I'm going to leave you to your class, but honored.
Thank you. Yeah, same, same, same. Thank you so much to everything that you've done, Ari, and same to Sandra. Okay, I'm going to leave this here for just a second so I can see you guys because it's really important to me, and I want us to start to step into this connection. I really want to move us through a movement. This is the movement series. It's all about literally moving our bodies. But I really am feeling deeply called to grounding. There's just so much that's happening. This Mars retrograde, the Cancer moon, all of this last transmission that's come through. And I don't know if any of you look at Schumann resonance, but there's just so much energy right now. And I think a lot of us are feeling that. There's so much suffering. I think a lot of our hearts are very sore. And I really just want to start from a slow place. So we'll just come to a seated position to connect into the directions, and then we will get into some movement in a second, okay? So at a seated position, come just to feel your sit bones connecting to the ground. So you can wiggle around. I think we're all pretty comfortable with this move of just really finding where you connect. You can rock to the right and the left and forward and back and find your center of where you really connect to the planet, to your mother. And then bringing the hands to the knees, the palms can be face down or the palms can be faced up on your knees. Palms facing up is allowing us to receive insights. palms down allows us to ground. So discerning what it is that you need already in this moment and giving that to yourself before you even start to take your first breath. And then sitting in this stillness, connecting back to the body, taking this opportunity noticing how the breath is moving. You can bring a hand to your chest and one to your stomach to notice how it's moving there, or you can give yourself a hug and feel your ribs contracting and expanding as your breath moves. But just start to notice how the breath is moving without changing anything just yet. Not judging, just noticing. Is my inhale longer than my exhale? Is my exhale longer than my inhale? What's happening in the pauses between my inhale and exhale versus my exhale and inhale? Is one shorter or longer? Noticing if you feel any energy around your body, if you feel any subtle pulsing or swirling. Noticing if you have any sensations in the body, if you're holding tension in any place. And so all of these things just start to bring us back into connection with our human body. This is a practice. It doesn't mean we have to get it right. We are practicing to repair, just like our cell phone with a Bluetooth mechanism. We are repairing, reconnecting. And then we'll start a slow elongation of the inhale and the exhale, just starting to draw out that breath and making it so that your inhale and your exhale are even, whatever that is for you. You can use a count of 6 to inhale and a count of 6 to exhale, whatever it is that works for you. Feeling that flow, that oscillation. And then we'll do just a short little box breath. Inhaling, pausing, exhaling, pausing. I know a lot of you are experts at this, so by all means, go on your own tempo, but I'll count it for us just to move together. Inhaling for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause and hold for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale in, pause and hold. Exhale out. Pause and hold. Keep that moving on your own tempo in the same way. I love the concept of us all breathing as one in that flow, really coming together, really bringing this collective all together. Take a couple more breaths. Visualizing each of the people as names or images, imagining where they are in the land and imagining a beautiful cords shooting up, braiding together with each other, shooting all the way out into the ethers and plugging into a specific place where our frequency makes a shift. Really coming together. Last round. And then coming back just to your regular breath, just to the flow of your breath as it has maybe been altered just from this small little breath work. I'll call in the energy and you are welcome to join me. We clap the hands together, rubbing the palms. As I make an invocation, please feel comfortable to make one as well for yourself, silently or out loud. Left palm faces up, right hand reaches up, and we look up to the heavens. Grandmothers, grandfathers, Great Spirit, Creator, it's me, Sun Shadow. Please come. Be with us as we weave together and co-create a space of harmony and love. As we offer this transmission that we create here out to the world, to bring things back to right relation for all people, for our planet. Please guide us through this 6 Directions movement series as we bring it down for the first time. Let it support others in connecting back to themselves in a higher form. Aho. All right, loving it, loving the energy here. We're going to just start with a side stretch. So the right hand will come to the floor alongside your body. Left hand reaches up, and we're going to reach over into east. Okay? Find a nice place for that hand to go so you've got a good kickstand. If it's too far out or if it's too far forward, it's not supporting you, adjust it. All right? This is the direction of east. Close the eyes, let the right shoulder drop. East is all about the morning. It's spring. It's the color yellow. It's Brother Hawk. It's the color of the citrine stone. As you're reaching to east, set this for your body to be a way that you connect. Clear vision, perspective. Taking a few breaths here, setting this for your body, letting your body know. It's just like we're saying, this is a rock. This is fire. We're setting this direction. This direction. You really come into a feeling of this direction, of that bright, sunny, early morning. You can really feel that sense. Notice any visualizations that you have. Maybe your body is already sending you information, telling you how it connects to this direction. Coming back to center. Left hand comes to the floor. Both hands come to the knee. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Both hands come behind the body. Lift up the heart, squeezing the back muscles, lifting the chin, letting the head fall back if that feels good. This is the direction of south. South is the color red. Its grandmother turtle. Its energy is fire. Its element is fire. It's midday. And it's that nourishing energy that we feel in the sun. That heat that feels like it's just letting us be so nurtured. Take a couple breaths here. And then come back to center. Long inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Assigning meaning to these various directions and how the body feels, what muscles activate, what muscles stretch. Coming to the left side, west, reaching all the way over. This direction of west is brother bear energy. It's the color of black. It's the season of fall. The element of earth. Taking a couple breaths here. The stone is black tourmaline. This season is all about abundance. The first 6 weeks of fall are all about that abundance where you see apples dropping off and you then turn from that second 6 weeks into the introspection of what you've just pulled in from your abundance. Back to center. Both hands come to the knees. Take an inhale and exhale out through the mouth. Coming into the direction of north, walking the hands forward into a forward fold. The head drops. This direction is the season of winter. The color is white. This is buffalo spirit. And this is the story time of the year. This is the quiet time of listening, of going inward. Walking the hands back up to center. Taking an inhale here, crystallizing those directions in the body, exhaling out through the mouth. And then feeling your connection with the earth. So really connecting into the sit bones again, reaching the arms up, really shooting the arms up over the body, feeling the entire body really come into a strong activation. The muscles contract, squeeze, 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 and feel yourself reaching up as you're holding yourself rooted through those sit bones. You become a whole filament between the heavens and the earth. Squeeze, 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 lift up, anchor down. One good inhale. Allowing yourself to become that antenna. And then exhale. Hands to the knees, right to the heart. I bring my hand here to my rib cage to really feel my heartbeat. So here or here, just closing the eyes, listening to the heart as it's beating. and going so far inward with that heartbeat. Remembering the time when it first started in your mother's womb. Feeling it as a drum beat to a ceremony. And then imagining the body as it's pumping blood through the heart, this filtration system. Visualize that each thump is moving. Maybe you've seen a video of it where it does that flow, pull back, flow, pull back, flow, pull back. Imagine the blood coursing through your veins, heartbeat taking things throughout the entire body. And go deeper into that blood, that red, bright blood. Go deeper into it and see the blood cells. Feeling the heart slowing down now as we've slowed down. Maintain that connection to your life force as you see those red blood cells and you look into them closer and you see your DNA strands. Imagine looking at that DNA strand just as if it was lifting up the hood of a car or opening a panel on the side of a computer and seeing the motherboard of your ancestry, of your lineage, forward and backward. Revel in how magnificent that is. The tiny things in the 20% of the DNA that make our hair color or discern the color of our eyes, all the way into that other stuff that's been called the junk DNA that we don't know what it's for, but we know. Marvel at all of those specific codes and how they function, how they transpose each generation, all this information, slightly altering. And from that antenna place, that place of connection that you just experienced, that you just pulled down, staying in connection with this panel, connecting to that source guide antenna, bring your hand over that panel in prayer, bringing both hands out in front and imagining that source is coming through the body into your DNA strain and shifting just as it needs to shift everything that you are ready to receive, all the codes, all the frequencies that are being asked to be modified for this next iteration. I like to imagine this as when you do the auto edit on your images, when it just spruces everything up, bringing the hands over that motherboard panel and asking for it to adjust, lift this level, drop that level, brighten this, whatever it might be, accelerate this, empower this, release that old story, whatever it is. Take 3 good breaths, really connecting to source through that braid that we created, bringing it down through the crown of the head, down over the back of the neck, over the shoulders, past the elbows, through the wrist, out through the hand, and into your specific motherboard. Another breath the same way. changing all of the mechanisms of the body, rewiring our circuitry so we're able to hold these hot codes as they're flying through, as the vibrations of the planet continue to accelerate. We're letting go of old wiring and bringing in these fiber optic technology, glowing gold, however you see it. Once you're finished, imagine closing the panel, coming back to visualizing that red blood cell. Hands come back to the heartbeat. Red blood cell backing out to the blood pumping through your body, knowing that the codes, that the shift, that the pump, that the tempo has all shifted. Letting that run through your blood, back through the heart. And both hands come to that heart chakra, rocking the heart side to side. Letting that healing happen. Feeling that change pump through your entire body, from your red blood cells and your DNA and your blood and your heart, feeling that pump and fill through your veins. Maybe you feel warmer. Visualize the energy that your body is putting off, the frequency of your being. If you were a 7.973 before, maybe you're now a 7.93524. You're getting more nuanced in your you-ness. You're becoming more potent. You're becoming more crystallized. Your essence is felt. Watching yourself take that essence out from 1 foot from your body into filling up the entire room with that energy. From filling up the room, watch it fill up your house. Watch it fill up your neighborhood. Take it out easily, out to your city, out to your state, out to your country, out to your planet. Watch our planet shift as you bring it out to the galaxies. And in an instant, bring it all right back into your heart, knowing that you can be that big and that content all at once. And then just for a moment, taking all of that community love as we are here, wrapping it around all of those that are suffering in California, all of those that are lost, that have not yet evolved into a place of deeper connection to the politicians, to Western civilization, and hold them resonating this immense power of love like a Care Bear stare. Knowing in the present, past, and future, all in one moment, things have already shifted. We return back to the ancient ways, the teachings of deep wisdom. Watching our planet heal from experiences just like this. Recognizing your importance. Even when it doesn't feel like it's enough, recognizing how valuable you are. Take another few moments here. Knowing this place exists always. And your community is here always. Slowly coming back to the room, blinking the eyes, keeping the gaze low. Beautiful, you guys. Oh my gosh, I just love it. Does anyone have anything that you'd like to share? Anything that you saw or experienced that you'd like to share? Feel free just to unmute. We'd love to hear your experience.
Hi, I would love to share something that happened. Thank you for that. I just kind of like just sat down on my kitchen floor and I was starting to kind of just like connect to where I was, like in this earth, in this space. Um, and that's just like a really cool experience to just like realize like where you were. And I came up with this idea of like, I really want to like create this like community, like a yoga collective where just all the yoga teachers could just share their events and their, what they're trying to do. No one's we're all just trying to promote each other. And yeah, it just came really clear to me. So I just wanted to say thank you. And yeah, I can't wait to and the name, it's going to be called Downward Facing Dogwoods. And I'm in the mountains right now, and I really got to just absorb the dogwoods this season and like their journey. Like they're one of those, um, there's one of those trees that they experience all 4 seasons, and each one is so beautiful. And so, downward facing dogwoods, and it's going to be a yoga collective community. And please, anyone who wants to join, like, let's do it. So, thank you so much. Yeah, I just
I
wanted
love
to
it.
share my experience. So,
Thanks, Georgina. I love that. And I love the
yeah,
connection with like the plant allies. This is part of it's so hard to take this and condense it down into a short bit, especially when it's just like, changing so rapidly. So excuse me that I'm not doing like the movement, but this is really what felt right. But and there's so much more that I will be able to share. But when we connect into those plant allies, those animal guides, and those kind of things, it's really so beautiful because their resonance comes through us. So, like the dogwood is
yes.
amazing. I love it. That's
Thank
so
you so
cool.
much. And just, to be able to just like, everything that happened, and then just to be able to experience this live and with others. And thank you so much. And I look forward to connecting with you and, and experiencing this whole day. I mean, if this is just the start of it. So thank you so much.
Same. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for coming on too. I feel like we're such a vocal community. I love it. We have things to share. Heather, you have your hand raised.
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Good
I just
morning.
wanted to share with Catherine, she is my sister from another mister. Just how emotional it was for me to get to show up for you,
Thank
to
you.
hold you, to watch you, to take videos of you, to post this on social media for you live so you can do your medicine. And especially with the weekend and our lives and how it's been, and we are very enmeshed intentionally with love and unconditional divine love for each other. So to be able to show up and participate with this with Catherine, and for those of you on here, this is just the tip of the iceberg. You ain't seen nothing yet coming from her. So to be able to support your launch and this mission and bring you into this family with the expo, Sandra and Ari, like this is a gift and a blessing for me. I was crying in the shower and crying while you're teaching. And so us getting everybody back and with God during this time, during this weekend divinely, where you still get to be home. We didn't have to schlep on a plane to LA and still do this. This is like God stuff. This is like what Ari and Sandra, and to me, this is what yoga's about. So thanks for sharing your medicine, and I'm really proud of you, and I love you.
Thank you. Thanks for being with me.
Hey, this is
Anybody else?
Laura.
Hi,
Yeah,
Laura.
can you hear me? Hi.
Yep. Mhm.
I just want to say that I've spent 30 years in corporate America, corporate finance, MBA, corporate finance, investment menus. You
Of
know the
course you're here.
yeah, and of course I'm here. So I appreciate that you shared your story at the beginning because it's just so very important to me to know that that this community is made up of women from every different type of background, but yet we still unite with Mother Earth and everything that you're saying. And so thank you. It was really powerful to hear your story at the beginning because it gave me very specifically a different connection to you. So thank you for
Oh,
sharing that part of you.
I love that. It's so hard to share it because it's just like, oh, and then there's so much imposter syndrome on both sides. I'm like, I'm not really a
Yes.
yoga instructor. I'm not really like, I don't fit in anywhere. But the way that I see that is there are so many of us from different places of life and we're infiltrating the system. It's like the wellness community doesn't know how to offer wellness to the corporate fitness people. And the corporate fitness people aren't understanding what wellness is. So it's like we are this bridge to
Mhm.
support that. If it's like we're lawyers or whatever, I feel like we have to stop trying to silo those two versions of ourselves and start really blending them together, because that's how change is going to happen. I for so long tried to not talk about this part of myself in the corporate world or the other
Yes.
space. I was like, oh, they're
Yes.
going to be mad at me. And now it's like, no, that needs to start happening, because people come to me and they're like, I don't know what my life's purpose is. And if we're really trusting that divine source moves through us at all times, why would we cut it off in finance? There's so many people that are there. So yeah, I love that. Thank you for sharing. It really means a lot to me.
Good. Thank you.
Anybody else? Stacey, are you
Jasmine,
coming
that
through?
was awesome. I'm, I'm sorry
Yay.
that you're not here in California, and I'm glad you're not having to deep breathe through that air, but that felt like cleansing my, how would I put it? That was like cleansing my blood cells in a car wash. Like it's like I created like a car wash in my heart.
I love it.
Yeah, and that felt really good to like send that out, like to upgrade through the cellular level. So I thank you for doing this, and yeah, so much appreciation. So
Oh my gosh, I love it. Thanks for joining. Stacy is one of my sisters in the non-native lineage, and she was going to be with me this weekend. We were going to get to spend some time together, but it's not meant to be. This is correct. We'll see each other in April, and all of the things that I was really excited to share as far as like, let's get sweaty, let's move, and like let's stir it all up and move it. Then watch our bodies start to do these crazy things that are just so more empowered when we're all together. You know what I mean? It's just it doesn't resonate through Zoom as well. So yeah, I'm grateful for the opportunity to share it this way, and then we will still get to do it in April. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yes. Anybody else want to share? Sandra, how'd I do?
Hi, everyone. I'm very emotional. Thank you so much for everybody to be a part of this labor of love. I'm actually here in Santa Monica right now, and I've seen the devastation and the evacuees, all the stories that I carry with me. I cannot wait to see you all in April and hug you. And thank you so much for spreading the love and hope, and most importantly, community. Community is very important these days, and I've heard from various people saying that the Yoga Expo is actually becoming a movement, and it's so needed right now, where we don't even have to be locals to feel the pain and feel the fear, and the fact that we're doing this is actually changing the mindset for many people, and thanking us for bringing awareness across and as much as we can. And you know what, this is not going to stop here today. This is going to go on, and as many we can continue helping. This is basically what this is for. So I thank you all with me in my heart.
Ugh, I love it. I have full body goosebumps the entire time you were talking. I just love it. I absolutely love it. It's so beautiful. And I love what you said about the movement. I mean, initially I was calling this a movement. This is a movement form. But then I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a movement. This is a revolution, what we're creating here. I mean, the yoga folks, we've been tapped in for a while, but things are just shifting so quickly on the planet. And Stacy and I in our community, we're called into action. We're called into, some of these portals and the shifts that are happening on the planet right now, that are activating. We're moving faster and faster and faster, and we've got to upgrade our systems to be able to sustain some of this stuff that's coming in. It's just, ancient prophecies: a third of the people will go crazy, a third will die, and a third will ascend. And that's what we're doing here. We're on that bus. It's not easy. It's not fun. It's not pretty, but we're doing
You know
it.
what the most amazing thing is, and you hear so many thoughts and conversations, and how grateful I am that this happened when it happened and it didn't happen when it was happening. Because the fact that this is happening while we were hosting the show, it would have been, I can't even imagine having to evacuate all these people, right? And everything. And I actually offered on behalf of everyone, all of you, I offered to bring help and everything. And they said, no, don't even come anywhere near, because you can't breathe. You just can't breathe. I'm near the ocean, and it's pretty much the only spot here in LA that you can get some kind of fresh air, because it keeps on recycling with the wind and everything. But yeah, this isn't about the yoga itself, but more about the community and the unity, and well, that's what yoga means, right? So we will continue, as I said, and feel free to reach out. I'm here if you need anything, if you're here local. We are identifying people that really need it from our community. We already have 2. We have raised over $3,000, I believe close to $4,000. Unbelievable, in just a day. So this will go on, and we'll be here, and please share that information with us so that we can lend a hand to those in need. I'm going to be here until Wednesday. My original plan, most likely I'm going to be moving to the desert because asthma situations, but I'll be here. I'm going to put my number in the chat. Please feel free to reach out. Thank you so much. Thanks again.
Ari, thank you. Or, sorry, Sandra, thank you so much for everything that you and Ari have done. I mean, it has been absolutely amazing to watch you, and it's not perfect, but it is perfect. Like as I was teaching, I was like, oh, I've spent 6 years putting this thing together. I want it to be perfect, but that actually ends up being just such a limitation, and we just need to move forward. The movement
I
has
totally
begun.
hear you. I'm a Virgo. So
No, right,
So
right.
I don't sleep, just trying to get things the best way possible. And it all comes down to the experience. It's like everyone feels supported the moment they join. And knowing that they have everything that they need with us, and our team is growing. Carolina as well has been very, very instrumental, as well as Moises doing all the social media. And my beautiful psychic Ariane and I, hugging and crying and laughing and doing all the feels together through this journey. And yes, I cannot wait for April. I'm excited. Somebody told me that it's gonna double in size because of spreading the word.
Yeah, I love it.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Oh, go ahead,
Oh, I
Laura.
know we probably need to go, but I just want to mention I'm in Carlsbad. If anybody needs a place to stay, I'm happy to host like 1 or 2 people from our community at my place if they've been displaced and don't have a place to go. So I put that out
Amazing.
there as well.
Amazing. That's your phone number there, right?
Uh-huh.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I love it. And I want to stay in respect to the schedule. So the 2 links there again, the first one is for the landing page of the 6 directions. The whole video series will come out soon. Drop your email there to receive that PDF that is all of the directions. You will probably receive more information over the next day, the next week, from everything that you're going to do, and having that directions wheel will help you maybe get more information. I feel like this is like a tarot card reading. It's not telling you what the thing is. It's just giving you insight. It's like having a conversation with a friend about what do you think? What do you think? And making discernment on your own. So use that wheel if it's useful to you. You can download it there on that landing page. And then second of all, that playlist, I get so much through music. Sometimes it's just like it'll just say something right at the same time. So feel free to download that playlist and have that handy and just keep that in the background as you're in your meditations and your practice. I love you guys so much. And of course, please connect with me in social media. I think that's the best place for me to chat. Of course, you're welcome to contact me in email or text or whatever, but I'm looking forward to seeing you all in April. And thank you, thank you, thank you so much.